US calls for China to release 30 leaders of influential underground church. The US has called for the release of 30 leaders of one of China's largest underground church network, who were reportedly detained over the weekend in overnight raids in various cities. The list includes several pastors and Zion Church founder Jin Mingri, who was arrested in the early hours of Saturday after 10 officers searched his home, US-based non-profit China Aid said. The Chinese Communist Party promotes atheism and tightly controls religion. Still, some Christian groups are calling this the most extensive crackdown against the faith in decades. Christians have long been pressured to join only state-sanctioned churches that are led by government-approved pastors and toe the party line. It is unclear if the detainees have been formally charged. Such systematic persecution is not only an affront to the Church of God, but also a public challenge to the international community, Zion Church said in a statement. Urging China to release the church leaders, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said in a statement on Sunday that this crackdown further demonstrates how the CCP exercises hostility towards Christians who reject party interference in their faith and choose to worship at unregistered house churches. Former US Vice President Mike Pence and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo have also released statements on X condemning the arrests. When asked about the arrests at a press conference, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian said he was not aware of the case. He added, "The Chinese government governs religious affairs in accordance with the law and protects the religious freedom of citizens and normal religious activities. We firmly oppose the US interfering in China's internal affairs with so-called religious issues." This could be yet another source of friction in the US-China relationship with trade tensions. Please open your app to see this link. Once again ramping up between the world's two biggest economies over tariffs and export controls. Already there is doubt over whether a summit between US President Donald Trump and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, which was expected to happen in South Korea later this month, will proceed. Under Xi, Beijing has cracked down even more on religious freedom, especially against Christians and Muslims. At a national conference on religion in 2016, he called on the party to guide those who are religious to love their country, protect the unification of their motherland, and serve the overall interests of the Chinese nation. Despite this, there has been a growing movement of unregistered house churches. Please open your app to see this link in China. Among them is Zion Church, which Mr. Jin started in 2007 with just 20 people. Its network now includes some 10,000 people in 40 cities across the country, making it one of the largest underground churches in China. In September 2018, the party officially banned the church after it resisted government pressure to install security cameras at its property in Beijing. Mr. Jin and several church leaders were detained briefly.